World premiere for you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to What We Do, Why We Do It. I'm one of the hosts here. I'm Dan Hernandez.
I'm Jenny Lynn.
And I'm Sean Hayes.
Now, this is a brand new show that no one in Connecticut is doing. I thought of this idea, and we all thought of this idea to make this show that's going to be very impactful for musicians here in Connecticut.
Absolutely.
Yep.
Bringing out all the great talent that Connecticut has to offer that is yet to be discovered.
Right. Today, we have our first interviewee / guest. He is the Kid Wes. So when we come back, we'll have him on the show, and we're going to do all-out interview, and we're going to play a little game. So stay tuned.
You're listening to What We Do, Why We Do It. Follow us on YouTube, SoundCloud, and coming soon to iTunes. Like us on Instagram and Facebook. This is What We Do, Why We Do It.
World premiere for you.
Hello and welcome everyone to the first interview we have here is the Kid Wes.
Hey, what's up? It's the Kid Wes.
Here on What We Do, Why We Do It. So at the end, we're gonna ask the big question of why you do this.
Right.
This whole thing. So I have a lot of questions to ask you because you dabble in a lot of stuff.
Right.
Now, where did this name come from? Is it something you made up, or like your friends just like said, let's just call you the Kid Wes?
I actually had trouble finding a name when I first started rapping. I wanted to be actually something different. I actually wanted to be Dexter.
Okay.
But, I didn't really like that one, so I just stuck with the Kid Wes.
So why did you want to be Dexter? Is it like tied into like Dexter's Laboratory or something?
Right, because I wear glasses and it was kind of weird at the
Okay.
time when I first started making music, so I kind of wanted to be Dexter.
All right, that's cool. If I have this correct, back in high school in your junior year, you had this big idea of Turned Up Films, and it's yours, right?
Right.
What made you want to do this whole thing? Like that's just like big.
Right.
And where has it gotten you in the industry today?
Well, what made me do it, really, I didn't plan on doing it. My cameraman I had, he was real selective on who he wanted to work with. So it was like we had our group Vice family, but he only really wanted to work with my cousin. So I had to pay him, and then he would do my videos when he felt like it. So I just asked my mom to buy me a camera. And then...
And your mom just said, yeah, I'll buy it for you.
Whatever. And then I went out and shot my first video, and it came out crazy. And I just started getting calls like, yo, can you shoot my video? I was like, all right, I'll do it for like $40. Let's go.
And it has brought you a lot of clients and a lot of people you've worked with today.
Met a lot of people from videos.
So it's kind of like that door closed on you and it opened up a whole new world of opportunities for you.
Right.
Well, go ahead.
I was going to say, do you work with a lot of the artists now that you have made videos for?
Yes, I pretty much work with everybody.
And you have your own recording studio and everything?
Yes.
Oh, okay, cool.
Now,
We actually got 2 now.
Really?
Two of them.
So you are coming. That's a big come up, man.
Right.
Now you do work with a lot of people, whether it's behind the camera or featuring on their song.
Right.
What makes you want to work with them? Because I mean, you're not just gonna say, sure, I'll feature on it, whatever, but you see something like talent behind that.
Right. Well, the way Connecticut is, it's a lot of selfishness in Connecticut, and I want to break out of it. So if I see there's an artist that's growing and their music is good and we all doing the same thing, why not jump on a song with you? Why not do a video with you? And, like we could do this together. The quicker it is, if we all together, instead of us all being individuals trying to be selfish, it's not going to really get that far.
I actually think that you bring up a very good point. And do you think that that might be the reason why a lot of people that are trying in Connecticut don't ever go anywhere?
Right, because you got to look at it like this. I mean, us as fans, like, right, say I'm a Future fan or like a Drake fan, right? I'm going to spend $300 to go see him at a show and then buy his shirt, buy his album and stuff like that. But I know I got a friend that does the same thing as him, make music, make videos and shirts or whatever, but I don't value him that much. So I'm going to tell him like, no, I'm not going to go to your show, or no, I'm not going to buy your mixtape, or no, I'm not going to watch your video.
Now you bring up Drake. Now he was just been titled Best Artist of the Year. Now, do you think he is a rapper or a pop star right now? Because in my opinion, I don't think he's a rapper anymore. I think he's
an artist. I just put it like that. He's an artist. He's broke out of his category of being a rapper, and he's taught himself to make different type of music. So I'll classify him as an artist.
Which is making him a lot more money than just being labeled as a rapper and staying in that genre.
Right.
Now, we have this song pulled up. It's called, if I have this correct, it's called Untitled.
Right.
That was your first song or first couple of songs you made, right?
Yeah.
Let's play that right now, and we're gonna ask you a question after that.
Oh yeah, the Kid Wes, man. Shout out to all my lot niggas. Shout out to all my niggas that's free. Ain't hoe in the pole, but you say you a hitter. You say you a hitter. You screaming you loyal, but fake to your niggas. You fake to your niggas. Won't get it yourself, but you take from your niggas. You take from your niggas. You bitch niggas fall in the face of that killer. In the face of that killer. You broke as a joke, but you all about the money. You ain't got no money. Skip school to get high. You niggas is dumb.
Looking back at that song, at that whole thing, would you change anything, or what do you think about it? Like looking back at what you've worked on now compared to that.
Well, with that song, somebody it was actually like last year I was in school, and this girl named Akira had brought it up to my attention. She was like, you know, I really like that song that you first made, but if you noticed, you said the N-word like 30 times.
Yeah.
Right. So that's one of the things I started working on with music, is trying to find ways to not cuss and find other words to use.
Right.
Because I'm just so used to cussing.
Well, yeah, but not only that, but look at Will Smith. He doesn't cuss in any of his music.
Yeah.
And he, you know, aside from acting, his music career with DJ Jazzy Jeff was phenomenal. You know what I mean?
But nowadays, all you hear on the radio, you're gonna hear like the N-word. You're gonna hear cursing and all that. What do you think about that? It's all like, just because everyone's doing it, why not do it?
I feel like in today's media, I feel like everybody follow the hype. So if you see somebody that's getting away with something, then a million other people are gonna want to do it. And especially with music now today, music isn't really being taken seriously. In my opinion, it's not being valued. I mean, anybody just to say anything on the radio nowadays.
Yeah.
So I feel like us artists that actually work hard at 6 o'clock in the morning and really be in the studio, we don't really get that chance, because there's some other artists that just get to scream and jump around in the place. And
because I see him like down the street trying to sell their mixtape or whatever, and I understand he's trying to like get out there, but I feel like it's not the best quality of music that you can possibly make.
Right.
And I think it's good that you're like trying to, you know, make your own platform and stand out, because I mean, like we were saying, that's one of the main reasons why Will Smith stood out so much.
Right.
Aside from his acting, but the fact that you're making yourself different from everyone else, and I feel like that's a good thing, because it's really gonna make you outshine more.
Right.
Are you going for like a hip hop pop type of thing, or you know, like trap music, or?
I do it all. Like, I'm very well active with trap music. I'm not gonna lie. I really like trap music, but
it's a very trending thing right now,
right.
too. So
as an artist, you have to, if you want to get popular, you want to get what you want quick, then you have to kind of play along with the game. So whatever music is out right now, you kind of have to go with it, put your own little twist to it, and beat everybody else at their own
exactly. What do you think of? This is a very touchy subject, but what do you think of mumble rap?
Mumble rap, it's like we just let it slide. Like, it's just like, all right, whatever, it is what it is, and we're all listening to it now. But me personally, I just think it's annoying. But I mean, some mumble rap, if you really listen to it, there's actually things and messages that's being put across that people are not really noticing, but it's still mumble rap.
Yeah, I mean, one of the messages was Tunnel Vision, Kodak Black. That was one of, you know, I still praise that song, but you know, like, I don't know, like artists like 21 Savage, what would be his message? You know what I mean? Like,
I don't know. I feel like 21 Savage is just a savage, and that's all you can really.
I mean, because I come from a time where hip hop, you know, it told a story about, you know, I grew up on the street, so it told a story of what can relate to me. And nowadays, with all this mumble rap stuff, it doesn't make any sense. I can't relate to hip hop, which is why I'm still like an oldies type of guy when it comes to hip hop.
Right.
Yeah.
So let's not make this a little bit awkward. I know you have someone right behind you.
Yeah.
Could you come up to the mic for a second?
Step on up. Step on up.
Gotcha.
Introduce yourself. What do you do?
My name's Frankie.
You can pull up the chair.
Okay. My name's Frankie, and I sing.
You're a singer. Now, what kind of genre?
R&B, like hip hop is like I sing, but like I kind of rap too, like bars
like Nicki
wise.
Minaj.
She was like, wait a
No.
second.
How about Remy? More like a Remy?
No,
No?
No?
I'm more like a female, like A Boogie.
Okay.
Tory Lanez
okay.
type.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
Gotcha.
more my sound.
Foxy Brown, maybe?
No.
See, I'm old. That's yeah, but you know, there's not a lot of females that do what
Yeah.
you do. You know what I mean? That's unique in its own way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Which again generates popularity, generates money. You know what I mean? Because now you have something in your camp that other artists don't have in their camp right now. You know what I mean?
So, are you guys together?
No.
Okay, all right. So let's draw the line here.
We're just really close. We're just really close
Okay.
friends.
You guys related or just friends?
No, we're just
Friends.
friends.
Okay. No. Cool.
Dan's putting everybody on the
No.
spot.
That's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do.
Really, you were just saying you weren't going to make it awkward, and I think you just did.
I mean,
I might have to step outside for the rest of the interview. You know.
Okay, so you're not a record label, but she's a part of you.
right.
So explain a little bit more on that. And
Well-
and are there more artists other than her?
Yes. Well, I wouldn't necessarily say I have a record label or anything like that, but I have a handful of artists that I do work with, including her. And you could pretty much call me like the mastermind, and she's kind of like, don't take this wrong, but it's like she's like my test dummy. You know what I'm
Okay,
saying?
like Despicable Me, the minion.
I let him
Right.
think I'm his test.
Okay.
Right. So I make a beat, or we find songs, or she really writes her own music. So
Okay.
she beats me to the punch, and then I record her. You know, we about to do her video today, her first video actually.
Oh wow.
Yay, congrats.
All right.
Awesome.
Wait, are we gonna be able to find that on YouTube?
Yes.
Okay.
On his channel.
Under Turn Up Films, right? Okay.
I'm gonna check that film.
Awesome. That's good to hear. Because you don't see a lot of like female artists in Connecticut.
I think that's why, like, what Dan's trying to ask is that's why I said like your camp. They're coming from your camp instead of like your label, because they're all under you but
We a
with
team.
you.
Yeah.
Like, I wouldn't necessarily say anybody's over anybody, because at the end of the day, everybody got their own.
Right.
you know,
Right.
Like, to be honest, she has more fans than me. So.
Yeah.
But it's cool that you guys all work together because, like we were saying before, it's very selfish in Connecticut when it comes to that.
Right,
So
they're
you
all
really-
running
Well,
for
this is really
themselves.
my best
Yeah.
friend. Like, I honestly make my best music with him.
Yeah.
Like, he really like gives me like that.
He brings it out
yeah,
of
he
you.
brings me,
Right,
He gives
okay.
me that motivation, and like I really like look up to him, like, because like I'm really new to this, and he's been doing this longer than I have, and he's more. I feel like he has like a whole bunch of talents. Like, he's very, very talented, and I'm very motivated by that.
That's
and that's why
awesome.
I'm always around him. I always want to be
Awesome.
around him.
Now, up and coming artists, you know, you started at one point, and tell me, you know, studio time is one of the hardest things in the industry to get. You know, do you work with a lot of artists? Like, they say, listen, man, I only got like $20, but I really want to drop this verse or something.
Yo, we just had this conversation. So, all right.
It's
the
something that happens a
studio,
lot.
right? The way the studio is set up, right? it's like you can't beat the price. It's like $40 an hour in the other room and like $60 in the other room, right?
That's not bad.
That's not bad. Now,
Does that come with engineering?
with mix and mastering together.
Oh,
wow.
So that's a deal. Now, one of the hardest engineers in Connecticut, which is RT, he's like down the street from us. He charges $100 an hour. And I know people who faithfully go to him and don't even argue. Now, there's artists that come to us and they come short, they argue with us, and they try to get deals. And it's like, we're doing as much as we can, but we have to pay our bills and keep our lights on.
Right.
Right, exactly.
So it's like, then there's these artists, like, for instance, like, one of my favorite artists I work with is Davion. He's about to drop some music soon too, but look out for Davion. But Davion, like, he has a management crew. He's straight. For me, he got a lot going for himself. But before that, you would just see Davion just walking in the middle of Main Street in Hartford, just singing his heart out in the snow, and it's cold outside. You'd be like, Davion, what you doing? He's just singing.
Grinding, yeah, exactly. Absolutely.
Feel me? So I respect his hustle. Like, that's one person that I always tell him, like, yo, no matter what, I'm rocking with you, whatever you need.
Right.
Studio time, video, just call me.
So this has been like a full-time job for you, this whole thing, and you did not go to school for this, right?
No.
Wow.
That's talent.
raw talent.
That
Yeah,
has
when the
something to say,
talent's
yeah.
there, it's there. You know, sometimes you don't need to come to a school if you already have the talent. I think the biggest struggle is getting the equipment.
Yes.
Paying for computer programs, your soundboards. You know, microphones are like the cheapest for recording is like what, around 200 right now? You know?
Yeah.
So it's a struggle that you're turning into a full-time job, and you know, we hope to see another Bad Boys like label under you, you know, because what you're doing it's phenomenal, man.
Because it seems like you're really passionate about your whole thing. Because you've started when you were in high school, and it's just come full circle for you almost.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't really get sleep. Like, honestly, I'll leave the house at like 7 in the afternoon, won't get home till like 7 in the morning sometimes, or I'll be in the studio, I'll lock myself all day. I just work.
Is your do you work out of your house, or is your studio?
I have a studio downtown Hartford, then I have one in the South End, so it really depends on how I really feel.
What's the name of your studio, in case anybody wants to?
We got a studio downtown, Human iPod Studios.
iPod Studios?
Human iPod Studios.
Okay, all right. And the one on the South End?
Head Crack Studios.
All right, cool.
Nice.
Any backstory to why they're called that?
Well, Head Crack, I don't know why he named it Head Crack.
Okay.
But Human iPod, my uncle came up with the name. Shout out to my uncle Benz. Benz he was like, we all iPods, bro. And I was like, what you mean by that? He was like, no, we all Human iPods. We all made different type of music, so we should name it the Human iPod. And I was like, it's a good idea.
Shout out to Unc.
Yeah.
You know?
So right now, the most viewed video on YouTube right now for you is 860. Did you think you were gonna get a big reaction from that song as you thought?
No. Honestly, when I made that song, it's actually a remix to a song from, I think it's E-Day 600 from Chicago. And they made a song about their whole little squad called Team 600. So I'm looking at it, I'm like, yo, this wavy. I need to find a beat. So I found a beat, and I ended up remixing it and making it 860, and then just went like wildfire.
Now, you make your own beats and everything too?
Yes.
See?
Raw
Do you know-
talent.
No, people are paying like racks for beats right now. Like literally racks.
Ain't no way around it.
No. I mean, if you can make a good beat and master, produce it all yourself, the right record company will pick it up for like $20,000, depending on who that artist is going to be. You know what I mean? And there's just no way around. I think with music right now, the biggest moneymaker is making those beats.
Right. One producer that I'm going to praise right now, Carde Prince, he works really hard. That's my best friend. I never actually used any of his beats though. You could search him up on YouTube. He got over 1 million views, and he's from Connecticut. Every single day, I just watch him just get 1 million like PayPal email thingies like, somebody bought this beat, $150, $350, $25 lease. It all adds up though.
Yeah.
So I'm like,
Absolutely.
You can just sit here, make like 3 beats, put it on YouTube, and just sit for the rest of the week, and he's gonna get paid.
You don't have to answer this question if you don't want, but what program do you use to make your beats with?
We use Fruity Loops, Cubase, I know that my other producer sometimes uses Reason.
Okay.
But I like to use Fruity Loops.
Do you have any experience using Pro Tools for making
Yes,
beats?
Pro Tools, that's what I usually mix and master out of. So I'm just
Okay.
used to doing track outs, all that.
Right,
Pro
right.
Tools is very well-rounded with it.
I will say Pro Tools is a little bit tricky if you don't understand the program. It's one of the hardest programs to manipulate in this industry.
So you did the song 8XR. Are you really passionate about Connecticut?
Yes.
Because there's a lot of people that say, I want to get the fuck out of Connecticut. This shit is whack. They want to go
And
New
the
York, Florida.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, we had a few artists, Jagged Edge, for example, straight out of Hartford,
North End.
made it and started repping ATL. The only artist I remember ever shouting out Connecticut was Raekwon.
Right.
You know, when he said Peace Connecticut, and that's all we got. We didn't get anything from Jagged Edge, you know, and I think that's why people say Connecticut sucks, because we're getting left behind.
I feel like what it is people is scared to tell people that they from Connecticut. I'm not scared to tell people where I'm from. I know sometimes it's a lot of neff people in my city. It's a lot of weird stuff going on. Everybody hating on each other.
Right.
But this is where I'm from, and I'm going to embrace it to the fullest. I'm not going to let nobody tell me nothing.
And again, you're one of the first persons that I ever heard that from. Like,
Yeah, no,
I hear
seriously.
local artists all the time that don't mention where they're from in their music.
You got to look at it like this, because not to discredit anybody, but majority of artists is frauds. So they're talking about stuff in their music that they're not really living. And you got to remember where you've come from. So if you're talking about something in your music and it don't even match up to where you from, then why you speaking on it? Like where I'm from, like yeah, I spend a lot of time in Windsor, but feel me, the neighborhood that I'm from in Hartford is different. Like feel me, people really die over there, and it's like a vandella going on. So I really come to the plate with this music stuff to really save my city. To look at it like, yo, if I get out, then that means all of us out.
So speaking about that kind of situation on SoundCloud, the top played song is Time Flies. There seems to be a story behind that.
Right.
What is the story behind that?
I feel like time flies, right? And it's so crazy because I didn't even expect that output from that song, like the way it came out, the way it
Which, by the way, you're up to 5,444 plays on that song alone.
Right.
That is.
That has to be such a feeling.
Yeah.
That's.
I was just in my mom's house making that beat, like to that song. So my brother walked in the room. He was like, "Yo, you should get on it." And I was like, "I don't know. It's not really me. I don't. When I make beats, I don't really make beats that I would really hop on sometimes on purpose. But it would just. He was like, "Yo, just finesse it, find your way." So when I made it, I let a couple people from school here, like, "Yo, listen to this song real quick." They like, "Yo, that's hard." And I'm like, "Yo, I don't know, cause I'm really not a singer. I don't really wanna, you know, try this auto-tune stuff." So when I dropped it, it just spread like wildfire, and I was like, "Oh my god." So the meaning to that song though is like I said, time flying. I really don't know where I'm going. I'm just doing what I'm doing.
Yeah, just writing it out and wherever the wind takes you, man.
Right.
So you have an astonishing resume. You've worked with a lot of people, a lot of projects you've done and all that. What has to be the best, the most proud work you have, the best work that you think you have done?
Well, the best work I think I've done is not released yet, but the best work that I think
it doesn't have to do with her?
Yes, one of those songs with her. Actually, yes, it is.
Okay.
But I think my best work out right now is one of my last videos called "The Kid Wes Falling." That's my favorite song because it expresses how I'm really feeling sometimes, and it just like, it's not vulgar, it's not trap, it's not no R&B, it's just straight up like, it is what it is. And that's why I really like that song, because I could just tell how I feel straight to the point.
When can we expect that?
Oh, it's out right now. It's on YouTube.
Oh, it is? What's the new music that you're supposed to be coming out with?
So, me and her got a song called Bastard. It's gonna be dropping soon. We just gotta figure out how we wanna do this video, of course. And then I have a project coming up called Dower Patch Kids. I don't know, like, smoke a lot of pot, so like came up with the idea.
dower.
And
I
you know
think
what?
we
There's
know what
nothing
the
wrong with
dower
that.
is.
There is. There's nothing wrong with that. I mean, I don't smoke because, paranoia reasons. Honestly, if I hit a blunt right now, I'd be like hiding in my car. Is the interview over yet? But there's nothing wrong with that because number one, you can't overdose on it. Mm-hmm. It helps you open up your mind to things that, you didn't even know were there, and you become a friendlier person.
And it cures cancer.
There you go.
Can't go wrong.
Yeah, right?
A question: while on this, have you made a song and you've made a hit with it? Yes or no?
Yes, I believe yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Are you always high when you make music?
Yes. Well, here's a confession.
That was a firm
Alright,
yes.
So I'm gonna tell my confession. All right. So I've been smoking weed since like I was 13. Really, when I was 12, but 13.
Okay.
So it's like I'm so used to it that if I don't smoke, it just messes up my day a lot, and I just really get angry.
And it blocks
Can't
things out
focus.
that you want to. Right.
So when I make music, when I'm high, of course, I kind of like. Not like an outer body experience, but it's just like I
You open up doors.
right.
And that's what I'm saying. Like, so if we listen to one of his songs, now you could have it in your head, oh, well, he was smoking with it, but it sounds great. So how can that be so bad if the music sounds so great? You know what I mean? So I say keep doing what you're doing, man.
Yeah, seriously.
There's nothing wrong with that.
If you could have an opportunity to work with one artist today, anyone, dead or alive, who would it be?
I feel like if I had the opportunity to work with any artist right now, it'd probably be Dave East. I really like Dave East. He
What about
reminds
you?
me of
Frankie.
Yeah.
Who do you think?
Tory Lanez.
Tory Lanez.
All right. Now, before we get into the next wave here, I have to ask a question, and I ask everybody in music or anybody who likes music, out of the three, lyrically, this is the key word, lyrically, Pac, Biggie, or Pun?
Whew.
Big Pun.
Thank you.
Really?
Somebody give this man
Really?
an ounce of the best stuff right now
Oh my
because
God. The dower, the
lyric-
dower.
That dollar, yes. I think Big Pun.
lyrically, right?
Yes. If you really listen to Big Pun's music, he's really slept on. Like, he really got bars.
Yeah.
Like, Biggie got bars, Tupac got bars, but they was just mainstream. Like, Big Pun was that dude on the block with the bars that nobody paid attention to.
Question though. If Biggie and Tupac were still alive, where do you think the music industry would be today?
Oh yeah, mumble rap would not be allowed. Matter of fact, a lot of artists that's out right now wouldn't even have a chance.
Yeah.
How about Lil
No, I
Wayne? You
agree.
think Lil Wayne would be where he's at right now if those three were still here?
Actually, I feel like Lil Wayne was still standing on his 10 toes. He came a very long way.
He did, even getting ripped off by Birdman and everything. Like,
Yeah.
You know, right for that.
Yeah. And they were putting out good music as Cash Money.
Yeah.
That was good music. But
That was like what everyone was listening to. Back when
Everybody
I was
looked up
like
to him.
17, 18, everything was Lil Wayne.
now,
Everything.
let me ask you a question. Would you ever challenge yourself to write a collaboration with Big Pun?
Yes, it would be hard, but I know I would need some time.
Yeah. I heard, and I don't know about this because you've been an artist for a long time. Somebody told me that if you want to be into hip hop, listen to the person who you love most and battle them.
That's true.
Yeah.
But it's true that you have to battle with your favorite artist, but the secret to music is to not follow other artists. The reason why I say that is because if you listen to somebody so much or a certain type of music so much, that's what you're gonna start imitating. That.
You're going to
Yeah.
pick up that style, right?
Sometimes as an artist you have to like drown out all music and like go in the forest and turn off the lights and just listen to yourself and figure out what you need to work on. And then go back out into the world and be like, all right, let me hear myself and then let me hear somebody else and see where I sound different at. And if you sound different, then you know you're doing something good. But if it sounds too similar, then I personally feel you can switch it up.
Is there any other types of genres of music that you might listen to that people wouldn't expect you to? Are
Country.
you a country boy?
No, I really like R&B music, but I low key used to listen to hardcore rock.
Really?
Like metal?
I used to listen to like Slipknot and
Oh, they're good.
Okay, yeah,
I
but they're,
remember
you
them.
know,
Green
they're
Day and
good.
stuff like that.
Oh, Green Day's
Green
real
Day,
good. Yeah.
I actually saw 2 performances at a Lollapalooza out here at the Meadows in Hartford, the Xfinity Theater, I think it's called now. But it was the band Korn, and followed by them was Snoop Dogg. But it kind of went together though. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah, I remember
I don't
when they
know.
did that tour. I actually remember
that was
tour.
Lollapalooza '97.
I was gonna say that was a long time ago.
Yeah.
I was like 10. In 97, I was 10.
So was I the only one old enough to be there?
Probably.
All right, so let's start to break down this whole thing. Couple off-ball questions. Marry, kill, fuck. Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, and Nicki Minaj. Marry, kill, or fuck.
All right, wait, what's who? Mary Killer Fuck, and then who's the 3 females again?
Kim Kardashian, Amber Rose, Nicki Minaj.
All right, so I'm killing Nicki Minaj. Cause she's annoying.
Okay.
Another ounce for the man.
You don't,
Yes,
you don't,
seriously.
You don't think Kim K's annoying?
Ricky's like,
Nah,
done
because
with
I'm gonna
it.
keep it a stack. I want to splash her, so I'm gonna keep Kim K, and then I'm gonna marry Amber Rose because Amber Rose is very honest. She's very honest.
Okay.
So he's figuring out a way to have his cake and eat it too.
Exactly.
Right.
A dangerous cake. A fake cake.
Very fake, all around.
All right.
There's a lot of fondant on that cake.
So some of us tend to listen to music extremely loud with our headphones.
Right.
Let's do a little segment. It's called tone deaf. We're gonna see where on the scale we can hear the tone. So right now we are at 25,000 hertz. Let's play it, and the first one to hear it, just raise your hand, and then we'll go down the
I've
line.
been told I have psychic hearing. This should be
Do
interesting.
you get what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. All
I
right.
have really good.
Wait, do I need to take my headphones off for this?
Yeah, it would
Probably.
help.
Okay.
We're at 23,000,
What are we listening for?
25. It's just like a small little tone.
Okay. What
What am I talking
I
about?
don't know. Is your sound on?
No, it's on. It's on. It's on. Okay, 19.
I heard that.
Yeah, I heard a. I
Did you
heard
hear it?
that. Yeah.
You guys hear that?
I heard a chirp.
I don't hear anything.
You
Okay,
can
not
listen.
either. I think it's the weed.
Okay, we're at 18. Do you guys still hear that?
No.
You don't hear it?
No, not anymore.
I don't hear anything.
I heard that chirp though.
Oh, let me see what. Maybe it's the loud.
17.
No.
Nothing?
No.
Oh, I hear it. I hear it.
You hear it? You guys hear it now? I hear it.
I don't hear anything. I heard
hear
that
it. I
one
hear
with
it.
these two.
You guys don't hear it?
No, you guys are
I'm
hearing
trying to
it
like
too.
focus my attention to it.
All right, so far we have the best hearing so far.
Oh, that's nice.
Do you guys
So I
hear
don't
it?
have psychic
I mean, what
hearing.
is the hearing? What is it supposed to
It's like-
actually
it's
sound
like-
like?
It's
so
like
I
a dog
know?
whistle. Like,
Oh,
Yeah.
that's what we're supposed to be listening.
Yeah,
Then
yeah.
I heard that.
Yeah,
I
you
thought
heard
we were
that?
listening for a chirp.
I didn't hear it.
You can't hear it still?
I just heard that one at 19. That was it.
All right, so you currently cannot hear the tone right now.
You don't hear the.
No.
Oh yeah, I've been heard it then.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
hold on. Let me.
I just now started hearing it.
It's giving me a headache.
I don't hear
It's
it.
my side of my tongue.
Do you hear it now? You have to be hearing it now. We're at 16,743.
You can't say you don't hear it.
You can't hear that?
Come on,
Rock,
Sean.
man.
You are old.
All right. Can you let me? I'm gonna walk over there and see what I'm listening for.
Oh my God.
Everybody watching this.
All right, I hear it over there.
Really?
Really? All right.
Listen, I listen to music extremely loud.
Yeah.
I have to have my earbuds in,
Yeah.
bump all the way up.
I don't like. Well, I'm so used to mixing and mastering that all my music has to be very loud before me, and then.
Yeah.
Are you a bass person, or do you listen or are you like more of the non-bass snare?
I'm not really a bassy person, but I like bass. I like to be very bassy sometimes, but sometimes I just like to hear the voice. You know?
Yeah, I need bass all in my ear, rattling.
All right. Well, you have been a fantastic guest. You seem like you want to work with a lot of people. You don't seem selfish.
Right.
And a lot of people here in Connecticut are very selfish, and it's just mind-blowing to me that what they do is like really fucked up.
Right.
Because we had on our other show prior to this show, we had this new show now, we had 2 artists come in and they're talking about, oh, it's the grind, this is what we do. We mixed and mastered a song for them. We sent it to them. They said, oh no, it sounds like shit. Then they came back and they posted it on their SoundCloud.
Which it was my fault for not watermarking it before I sent it to him.
Mm-hmm.
I kind of trusted because one of the things I told Dan on my part for the audio aspect is, Dan, I want to help these up and coming guys out because I know what it's like to struggle from the bottom, to not have anything, you know what I mean? So we got played and...
Well, he got played.
I got played. But then he came back to me and said, well, it's too much bass. I said, all right, I'll bring the vocals more forward for you. And I did it. I put the watermark on it. And I sent it to him. He immediately called me. I'll pay you to take that watermark off. It sounds good, but I don't want that watermark on there. I said, listen, this is for my protection. You know, I can't send you something through email as a mix down that can be posted to SoundCloud right now and not pay me for it. You know what I mean? And after that, I haven't heard from them anymore.
Yeah.
And that's one of the problems with a lot of struggling artists is they want everything done for free and they don't understand how to go through the ropes of the business.
Well, not just that, but they want to be treated like they're already
Famous.
top A celebrity. Like, no, you're working your way up. We all have to work together. You can't just get it your way and then
Right.
Everything
screw
that
everyone else.
Everything pretty much that I've done in the past year and a half, maybe even 2, I found my way to that. I found my way to it, and I just looked at it like this. All right, I need a studio. So, you know, when I was looking for a studio, I thought I was just shit out of luck. I was like, oh shit, I'm gonna have to spend thousands of dollars, and I got nowhere to record. And then somehow, some way, my cousin came up to me. He was like, yo, I got a studio for it if you want to work out of it. And I'm like, really? Let me see it. And I went, and I was like, oh shit, like this is like everything I'm looking for. And then turned out the person who running it is my uncle. So I'm like, okay, so I'm definitely working here. Like there's a
Yeah, everything just worked out for you, the right place, the right time, you know?
But one thing that you have to remember as an artist, like especially if you're an independent artist, like nothing in this game is free. Like you gotta start valuing your cameraman, your producer, your engineer, like that matters. Because if you don't pay them, but you're gonna go pay the next person, and that's shady business. Like you gotta really be responsible as an artist. If you really wanna beat, you gotta pay for it.
As an artist, it would be up to you to tell the engineer how you want that mastered, right? If you don't, and the engineer does it according to his liking, you can't be upset for his work, because you failed to do that. All right, just take it and do whatever you want with it, but then, oh, it sounds too much bass and this and that, but you didn't tell me that to begin with, you know what I mean? So just
to be clear, you guys all got to be on the same page.
Right, and one of the most inspiring movies to relate to this subject was Hustle and Flow.
Right.
That was one of the biggest, you know, the dude hustled to get his microphone and this and that, and it ended up working out. So what you just said is very true. Nothing's free. No matter how you got to struggle to get it, if you want to come up, you have to get it.
Yep.
Right.
You got to put in something to get something out of it even bigger.
All right, last segment. We found out what you do. Now tell us why you do it.
I feel like the reason why, well, I make music because it's like an addiction. Like sometimes I really get bored with it, and sometimes I really get happy with it, but it's like, I just can't stop. And I know that's me. Ever since I was little, I was like, you know what, I want to be a rapper, and I'm gonna really stick to that. So when I graduated out of high school, I was like, I gotta figure out what I'm gonna do. So I started looking into video school, but I wasn't ready. So I said, I'm just gonna take this time, work in the studio, save my money, get more video equipment, and just really work on my music. But the reason why I work on music because I just know, like, that's me. Like, I can't work for nobody. I just know me. I'm really petty. Like, I don't really like anybody telling me what to do. So that's why I started my company from the mud. And it's just like, all right, I'm gonna work for myself. And I'm gonna try to open doors for everybody else. So that's why I really push myself here. I know it's not just about me. I know that if I open this door, then there's gonna be 1,000 other people that I know that can possibly make it because of something I
Benefit from it.
Right.
How old are you now?
I'm 18.
Oh, so you're still young. Wow. So you
Really?
graduated at 17?
Yes.
And this is what you've
you're
done so
building
far?
yourself an empire at the
That's
age of 18.
amazing.
Wow.
That's great.
That is, I thought you were in your
I
20s.
thought you were going to be like 20 something,
Yeah.
and you've been working past. I mean, the fact that you've made this much progression in a year, right? About a year.
Yes.
That's amazing.
Anything you want to promote?
Really, I just want everybody to follow me on Instagram because I don't have many Instagram followers. Unruly West _. Well, Unruly _ West.
What is it again?
At Unruly _ West. And then follow Turned Up Films 860 on Instagram. Look out for Sour Patch Kids is coming soon. Me and Frankie's song is coming soon. Bastard. And then she has a project coming up soon. What's your project coming? Moves and Attitudes coming up soon. Davion, look out for Davion. He has a lot coming. He just did a video with Fatboy SSC, and he had a song with Anne Marie coming soon. If you know who that is.
Yeah, we'll have to put up the names on the YouTube.
Did you say Anne Marie or A Marie?
Not Anne Marie.
Okay.
We'll put up the tags on YouTube.
Has anybody told you look like designer?
No.
No?
I get I didn't see that one coming. Usually people tell me that I look like Steve Urkel, so I just.
Because when he smiles, it's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah, they do have the same smile, but
Yeah.
you're not.
All right.
When he gets
Well,
excited, he makes the same noise, though.
all right. Well, thanks for listening to our first episode of What We Do, Why We Do It. Make sure to email us at What We Do, Why We Do It. Check us out on Instagram, What We Do, Why We Do It, and on SoundCloud, What We Do, Why We Do It. That's a lot of information.
And YouTube.
Yeah. Thanks for listening, and thank you to our first guest.
Yes,
you.
thank you very
Thank
much
you
for
for
this
coming.
milestone show.
Can't wait to see how far you guys go.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty. Thank you.
Hey, it's your girl Frankie,
Hey, the Kid Wes.
and you're listening to What We Do, Why We Do It.